And the Daily Sun is leading with this story. VP sluts, PDP, APC elders step in. Muslim tickets won't fly. Khan wants ruling party again. Crack in PDP Governors Forum as Wike, Okowa, others intensify lobby. There's this story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Daily Sun. Yes, we have other stories as well. PDP to Buhari, you are only playing lip service to democracy. 2023 presidency, Mahi attacks Ohaneze, others. Oshuguba poll, Makinde Adeleke, father of the edge electorate to vote APC out of power. June 12, Sanwo-Olu, Uzodinma, Duri, Bala Mohammed eulogized democracy. US Dubai bond drags seized at Lagos airport. And still on the front page of the Daily Sun, below the picture stories there, we have this. Ondo Church attack. Southwest governors declare 3-day mourning. And it comes with the riders, we won't bow to intimidation. Cowardice at Bishop Kigama says enemies against Catholic Church. These stories are on the front page of the Daily Sun. Moving now to The Nation. And The Nation newspaper is leading with this. Supreme Court justices deplore poor service conditions. It is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of The Nation newspaper. And it comes with the riders. Southwest governors draw battle line, plan against terrorists. Still on the front page of The Nation newspaper, about the masthead, gunmen killed 11 in Benue communities. These stories are on the front page of The Nation newspaper. Next is the Vanguard. And the Vanguard is also leading with story and politics, and it says, pressure on Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, others over running mates. This is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. And about the masthead, we have this story. ASU strike, FG team fails to meet deadline to resolve issue. Gunmen abduct 66 passengers in Sokoto, Abia, Ondo. And the picture stories, the inflation, money supply hits 46.5 trillion naira, highest in 5 years. These stories are on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. And our next one of call is a Punch. And the Punch is punching us this morning with these stories. And on politics, it says APC may unveil Tinubu's running mate Wednesday. Party focuses on Northeast. That is this story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Yes, we have other stories as well. NDLEA arrests 39 drug peddlers in Abuja, seizes US Dubai banned drugs. These stories are on the front page of the Punch newspaper. And above the masthead, FG's borrowing from CBN hits 19 trillion naira. Inflation may worsen. This is the story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. And the blueprint has this. Buhari on 2023. My successor will emerge through peaceful, transparent process. It is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. And it comes with the riders, tax, politicians, electorate on issue-based campaigns, promises to tackle insecurity, seek citizens' collaboration, declare your assets. Sirap tells Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, others. Can cautious on Muslim tickets. Don't hand over to a generation of looters, ASU was. Still on the front page of the Blueprint, more Nigerians will fall into extreme poverty, World Bank predicts. AKT 2022, tension as drivers protest killing of colleague. These stories are on the front page of the Blueprint. And next is the Daily Times. And the Daily Times is leading with this story. Democracy Day, Buhari vows to ensure transparent presidential election transition. It is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Daily Times. And we have other stories as well. For insecurity to end, Nigerians must trust the military. Credited to CDS Irabo. Still on the front page of the Daily Times, security threat at airport as Okada riders take over airport roads. 2023 elections, churches compel members to get PVC. Yes, we can see the picture stories there of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Moving now to the Guardian. The Guardian has this story. Emulates Abiola, save Nigeria's democracy. That is the story making the better headlines on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And it comes with the riders at Fenifere, Soyinka Adams bemoan state of economy. Governance 23 years after democracy. Sanwo-Olu says sacrifices of June 12 responsible for today's democracy. Implement Abiola's manifesto, family tells FG. PDP tax Buhari APC on promotion of civil rule. Yakasai said Nigeria needs to catch up with Malaysia, Indonesia. The stories are on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Yes, we have other stories as well. There is nothing to celebrate on Democracy Day, ASU declares. Leave behind credible elections in 2023. CDD advises Buhari. Syrup tax Atiku, Tinubu, others on asset declaration, votes buying. PDP caucus moves to endorse Wike as Atiku's running mate. All these stories are on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. We still have others. We'll soon name top Nigerians behind pipeline vandalism, says NSCDC spokesperson. And 2023 Muslim ticket recipe for crisis, Khan insists. All the stories are on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. A quick look at what the leadership has for us this morning, and it's dealing with the story on insecurity, and it says, as Buhari's administration winds down in 11 months, Nigeria still grapples with terrorism, kidnappings, killings. That is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the leadership newspaper this morning. We have other stories as well. Nigeria's democracy is growing. Osinbajo. Syrup asks flag bearers to publish assets, reject vote buying. These stories are on the front page of the leadership newspaper. Moving on to the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune is leading with this story. Owo attack. Southwest governors declare 3-day mourning. That is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. And it comes with the riders to fly flags at half-mast in Regis public building, official residences. Express grave concern on the influx of Okada riders into all parts of Southwest. Can organizes interdenominational service for victims. We will not be silenced by cowardly acts at Keredolu. Low turnout in churches. Those stories are on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. We have other stories as well. Suspected herders kill 11 in Benue. Bandits abduct 30 wedding guests on Sokoto Zamfara Highway. Kidnap 4 farmers in Ondo. And negotiation with FG to be concluded soon. ASU. NDLEA arrests 39 in Abuja raids, destroys hectares of cannabis farm in Edo. And below the picture stories there, we have this Ekiti poll. IGP deploys 4 AIGs, 3 CPs, mobile force commanders, DIG Kokuma to lead team. Tension as APC, SDP supporters engage in blood. Those are the stories on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. And the Daily Trust is next. The Daily Trust says, Democracy Day, Nigerians seek more dividends. That is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Daily Trust. And it comes with the riders We must get it right in 2023. Governors, don't use religion, ethnicity for campaign. CBD tells politicians. Abiodun Fintiri free 46 inmates. This is the story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Daily Trust. We have other stories as well. Terrorists kill 55 ironmongers in Borno in 3 weeks. Police have reported plans to bomb Abuja Kano. Defense chief mixed reactions as our indigents links attacks to missed targets. Southwest governors urge to re-energize Amotekun. And many killed, houses razed in Benue attacks. Bandits abduct 50 wedding guests in Zamfara. VIG, 4 AIG, 3 CPs, others for Ekiti governorship election. The stories are on the front page of the Daily Trust. Moving now to this day. And this day is leading with this story. On your marks, here are the 17 finalists. Yes, we have pictures of the 17 presidential candidates of the various political parties we have in Nigeria. Those are those that will be slugging it out in the 2023 presidential election. Yes, we have the pictures there. And this day says, on your marks, here are the 17 finalists. Yes, still on the front page of this day, above the masthead, Goldman Sachs forecast oil prices to surge to nearly $140 in weeks. National power grid collapses again as Disco apologizes. Nigeria took the plea troubled to be handed over to Tinubu, says ex-PDP legal advisor. These stories are on the front page of this day newspaper. Next is the New Telegraph. And the New Telegraph is leading with this story. 2023, party chieftain dragged Tinubu Atiku to cut over funding. Once both candidates barred from election, seeks the registration of APC, PDP. That is this story making the banner headlines on the front page of the New Telegraph. We have other stories as well. Or will attack, nothing will stop us from worshiping God. Kegama. Democracy Day, Lawan calls for equity, fairness, justice. Muslim tickets will lead to chaos, says Khan president. And above the masthead of the New Telegraph, debt service in Nigeria paid $156.29 million to China, orders in first quarter. These stories are at the front page of the New Telegraph. And the last but nevertheless is the Points. And the Points is pointing it out this morning with this story. 2023 presidency, how Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, Papasu, others stand ahead of polls. And the pictures are also there. Yes, it comes with these riders, Atikus, detractors, not relenting. Obi lacks structure to navigate Nigeria's political terrain. Papasu may be in for rude awakening in the south. Factors likely to shape polls as INEC deadline ends Friday. Still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, glimpse of hope as Nigeria's revenue grows 39% amid rising debt. Intrigues politicking behind APC presidential primary. Fake profit swindles miracle seekers of hard-earned money. Headline inflation predicted to rise by 17.72% in May. These stories are on the front page of the Punch newspaper, and these are the front pages of the national dailies, some of them in Nigeria that we have for you this morning. And I have my regular guests in the house who will be analyzing some of these stories for us this morning. Dr. Yekanjis, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
I hope you are enjoying your democracy on the day.
Indeed. Yeah.
Yes, politics is taking the center stage. And the Sun, the Daily Sun, says VP slot, PDP, APC, elder step in. Why is that supposed to be any issue concerning who emerges as the vice president?
Ordinarily, it's supposed to be a given.
Okay.
For example, somebody is coming from the north, it should be from the south, or vice versa. It shouldn't be an issue, but it's deeper than that.
Okay.
Almost everybody is now saying that Bat should pick a Christian.
Okay, please, let's have it. It's on the front page of the Daily Sun.
Yes, should pick a Christian. That's why I said ordinarily, as a pedestrian, that's the way to go. But in politics, it's deeper than that. There are other contending issues. He has to look at, if he picks a Christian, will that Christian he will pick give him more votes than he will have expected?
Okay.
If he picks Muslim, is he ready to live by it? So that's why I said ordinarily, if I ever ask me, I would say he should pick the Christian. But politics, I want to repeat, is deeper than that. They are looking at other issues. For example, how are you sure that Atiku will not even pick a Muslim? How are we sure? So they are watching each other. I mean, the two major political parties. I learned tomorrow now, Atiku will pick Wednesday, according to.
But there are speculations that Wike is having an upper hand.
Speculations.
Yes.
Wike is a Christian going to
from the south.
From the south. We would have expected Tinubu to do the same. But I will not sit here and say that I should just pick. I repeat, there are more contending issues that we cannot just come here to say. Politics is not a given. It's more than what we see on the street. Let me give you an example. When Tinubu made that outburst in Abeokuta, that Emilio Kan, you know, that kind of, some people said he goofed, that he has shot himself on the foot. But see how it turned out to be. That's the example I'm trying to say, that in politics, it's not as easy as you would think. He could pick a Muslim and he wins, because he has to consider a lot of weights that whoever he chooses may have. Some people are suggesting this man from Bauchi, former speaker, House of Assembly, National Assembly, former speaker, Dogara. Some people are suggesting, but he said Dogara is a paperweight when it comes to politics. Some people are suggesting Lalong. I'm just trying to buttress my point that it's not a question of just picking a Christian. You have to look at the weight that Christian has. So that's the issue. It's not as simple as we are looking at it. All
right. Now, there are some that actually said that in 1993, M. Abiola ran on the platform
and
of
it was marvelous. The result was wonderful.
There's also this school of thought that was 29 years ago, that Nigeria is so polarized these days on religious and tribal lines.
Yes, I said it. I said
this thing can actually be a huge issue.
Ordinarily, you should just go for a Christian, but I repeat, ordinarily, but it's deeper.
Okay, it is deeper. Now, moving now to the blueprint, President Buhari says, my successor will emerge through peaceful, transparent process.
Yes,
he
said it. Yesterday. That's how it should be. Don't you expect to be peaceful? Everybody expects that it should come out through peaceful arrangement. There should not be any rancor. There should not be shenanigans. I want to give it to him for saying that. That's his wish. And I hope that will resonate with other politicians. That's how it's supposed to be.
All right. Democracy Day, Nigerians seek more dividends.
Yes, we need more dividends of democracy, because the way we are going now, we pray that things go the way it is going. Because some people are even thinking that the APC primary will not come as easy as it came. Some people felt it won't be easy. There will be problems, but it went. Let me remind you, remember Anambra election? I think prior to that, it was worse than that. They were burning INEC. We thought it came and passed. So for me, we should not be pessimistic in the way things are moving. It will be all right.
Okay, we have this. Buhari's administration winds down 11 months. Nigeria still grapples with terrorism, killings, kidnappings.
May God help us. I agree totally. We are still grappling. You just read the news now that kidnapping say happened about 50, you mentioned.
Yes, church guests in Sokoto.
Can you imagine? Even in Benue.
As a wedding guest, actually.
Yes, wedding guest. So that's to tell you that we really pray, and I've been saying it, that the days of this regime, this present regime, are numbered.
Definitely.
So let us just hope that we eased this regime out and have a new slate entirely with something fresh and new. Because the way we are going now, if we don't play it easy, this man said he wants to go. I hope we will let him go by easing him out. It's like a drunkard who enters a China plate shop. Sure. You know, you have to take it easy to ease him out. That's what I want.
All right, taking it easy to ease him out in 11 months' time.
Yes.
The Nigerian Tribune, coming back home, has this story. Over attack, Southwest governors declare 3-day money.
Yes, we should mourn. It's worthy of a mourning because we can't. It's very pathetic, honest. I never expected so in the church, a sanctuary, such a thing happening. And I have noticed, I don't know if it will come out in your reading, that Star Square has stepped up security.
Yes, the Amotekun. They have promised to energize the Amotekun security.
I was in a place of worship yesterday. You need to see SSS, NSCDC, parading. And they told us that that's how they are visiting all places of worship. That's in Oshogbo alone, let alone Oshun and other parts of the country. We should step up security. We need to step it up. We can't continue like this.
Okay, what the governor of Ondo State is still hampering on the issue of state police. Why is it so difficult to achieve that? Why?
You know, what they always tell us is that it can be used against opposition. Like, we have APC here now. There is state police that the ruling party will use it against opposition to suppress them. That's the fear people are having. But I said we should move away from the fears. With the way things are, I want to wholeheartedly say that we need state police. Wholesomely, we need state police. We have got it to that state now.
Okay. Still on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, Ekiti Poll, IGP deploys 4 AIGs, 3 CPs, mobile force commanders, DIG Kukumo to lead the team. Why is it that it's only during election that the police is always showing us their strength?
That's what it is.
What happens to other times when there are crisis situations?
They say they are overwhelmed. That they don't have enough
but they are never overwhelmed during election.
And this is just, it's not a general election. What happened? I thought the question would be what happens during the general election. This is just one-stop election. So for me, I think what we want is results. Not telling us that I've deployed. Let there be peace with the deployment.
Let there be peace with the deployment. Yes, SIRAP is asking presidential aspirants to declare their assets.
They should start doing that now. Although they have not demanded, we don't know who will win. But they should start declaring their assets. I mean, like yesterday. So that we now know when they get to the office what they have.
All right, we have this story on the front page of the Vanguard. Inflation, money supply hits 46.5 trillion naira. Highest in 5 years.
Yes.
What's the implication of that?
The implication is that when money supply is huge like that, it brings about inflation.
All right.
Money becomes useless. That you now have value of money will now be inversely proportional to price. Price you buy things will be huge.
Isn't that the situation of things now?
That's what they are now saying, that is the money supply increases, especially what is happening with 100 million purchase of homes, with delegates smiling to the bank. Some people say they won't go to the bank. They will go and keep
hard currency.
Hard currency indeed. And that's why it's almost getting to 700 naira per dollar. So it's the way to go. I hope, I repeat, that the twilight of this regime will be eased out so that we have a new ball game entirely.
All right. Before we go, still talking about the economy, FG's borrowing from CBN hits 19 trillion naira. 19 trillion naira.
Borrowings?
Yes, from the Central Bank of Nigeria.
It's pathetic. That's what's called national borrowing. That's not external. That's local borrowing. And this has to stop. I've been saying that. I used to support borrowing. I've stopped doing that. There are other alternatives we can look for. We can't continue borrowing money.
Okay, alternatives like what and what?
Yes, we have to look within and see how we can generate revenue with our God-given resources.
Okay.
We have a lot. A good example is gold there in Elisha. Perhaps, we don't know. This government is paying salary as a when due. Maybe that's part of what is coming from. And that's why I'm advocating that we should go back to how it used to be in the First Republic. Let us have fiscal federalism. Whatever a region or a state has, whatever they make should belong to that state, and we pay just tax to the center. That's the solution. All
right, thanks so much. We also have this. Debt service in Nigeria paid $156.29 million to China. Orders just in the first quarter alone.
No apologies. We have to service our debt.
Okay.
That's why I don't support our taking more debt now. Because if you don't service, it's a big, huge problem.
All right, you get debt, you service debt.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ekane, for making it to the program. Yes, this is where we'll be drawing the curtains on today's edition of Newspapers Today. Thank you for joining us. A very big thank you to my producer, Akionla Owolabi. My name is Oluchi Abuda. Keep enjoying your holidays. Good morning.